Number 5, we're asked to convert this quadratic from intercept form back into standard form and vertex form. So the first thing you need to do is actually multiply it out to get it back to standard form or expanded form. So if you have a 2 by 2 binomial times a binomial, you can use box method or distributing. I'm going to distribute. So distribute the x to both terms. X times x is x squared. Distributing the x to the next term in the parentheses, x times negative 4 is negative 4x. Next, I need to distribute the 6 to both terms. 6 times x is 6x. And then distributing the 6 to the last term in the second parentheses, 6 times negative 4 is negative 24. So if I combine like terms, x squared is my first term, since it has the highest degree. I can combine negative 4x's plus 6x's. Negative 4 plus 6, that's 2. So I have plus 2x, and then minus 24. So my standard form is x squared plus 2x minus 24. Now that I wrote it in standard form, I can write it in vertex form. So to write it in vertex form, one option, besides completing the square, is to find the vertex. So in order to find the vertex, to find the x-coordinate, I'm using the formula negative b over 2a, or opposite of b over 2a. So I need to identify a and b. So looking back at standard form, on the left side, a is the number in front of the x squared, that's a 1, and b is the number in front of the x, that's a 2. So if I substitute this in, negative b just means the opposite of b. So if b is 2, the opposite would be negative 2. All over 2 times a, and in this case we're plugging in 1 for a. So that's negative 2 over 2, which is negative 1. So the x-coordinate is negative 1. To find the y-coordinate, I take negative 1 and I plug it in for x. So let's actually rewrite the function here. F of x equals x squared plus 2x minus 24. So if I substitute in negative 1 for x, I'm saying f of negative 1 just means I'm plugging in negative 1 for x. So I have negative 1 squared plus 2 times negative 1 minus 24. So negative 1 squared is 1. My middle term is 2 times negative 1, which is negative 2, and then minus 24. So 1 minus 2 is negative 1, minus 24 more, that's negative 25. So my y-coordinate of my vertex is negative 25. Now that I have my vertex, I could write my final vertex form. So I have f of x equals, I open up parentheses, first term is always x. By the way, the number in front of the parentheses is always a. And in this case, since a is 1, I really don't need to write any number in front of the parentheses. So I'm leaving that blank. So inside the parentheses, x comes first, and then the x-coordinate goes next. You always change the x-coordinate sign. So because it was a minus 1, we're using plus 1. Then it's squared. And then the y-coordinate, which was negative 25, is what you write after.